Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today I thought I'd show you how to make half square triangles using foundation paper. Now for the last year and 7 or 8 months I have been doing a lot of quilt blocks, and they almost all of them require half square triangles, and I've shown you the 2 at a time method and the 8 at a time method. So this time I thought I'd show you how to make them with foundation paper. So I hope you'll stick with me and I'll show you how to do this. There are a lot of different products on the market to do half square triangles with foundation paper, and the one I have is Triangles on a Roll, and this will make a 2-inch finished half square triangle. So what you need to do is to cut your fabric 6.5 inches wide by the length of the number of squares that you want. Most of the time I'm making 8 at a time half square triangles, so I would need 8 triangles here, which there's 2 in each square. So if you get 4 squares, that'll give you 8 half square triangles. And I'm going to place my fabrics right sides together. Square up my fabric. Lay down my triangle paper, and then I'm going to pin it, and I'm going to pin away from where I would be stitching. So I'm just going to pin it so it won't shift when I'm sewing. There we go. One more pin. Okay, now the instructions are on the wrapper, so you want to save those, and it tells you how to do this. So you lay your 2 fabrics right sides together, you pin the paper on top, and then follow the arrows when you sew. Basically what you need to do is to sew on the dotted lines, and then we're going to cut on the solid lines. Okay, I'm going to change my 1/4 inch piecing foot for a clear applique foot, and the reason I'm doing that is this has a slot in here, so I can see where the stitching is going, but it also has this ledge right here that rides against the fabric, and I'm afraid it might cause some drag on the paper. So I'm going to switch over to my clear foot. This way I can see the dotted line real easy, because you want to sew on that dotted line. So I'm going to switch that foot. I'm also going to turn my stitch length down to 1.8 and just go ahead and sew on that dotted line. And I'm just going to turn out. I'm not following the direction of the arrows. Well, I'm following the directions of the arrows, but I am not sewing in a triangular shape. I'm just doing one side and then the other. Okay, I'm going to sew the other side now. So all the sewing is done. And I'm going to remove my pins, and then we'll cut these triangles apart. Okay, so here we are. I have everything sewn. Can't see the stitching on the back, it blends in. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim all the way around. So on the sides I can see the dark solid line. So I'm going to trim on that. And I'm just going to keep rotating it until I get that done. Now this also has some instructions on the paper itself. So if you lose your wrapper with the directions, it's written also on this paper. And there are other brands of this out there that it's similar. So just find the brand that you like. Now this is where I cut it off the roll, so there's no line there, but I'm going to cut right up against that paper. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to cut on these solid lines, the ones that go from side to side. And then I'm going to rotate my mat. And cut this line here. Okay, and now I can cut on the solid lines that go between the stitches. So with me moving this, it's not really going to hurt anything as long as I stick to those lines. So you could cut these individually if you wanted to. And this, it isn't as important to get right on the line because you've already sewn your seam, so you're not going to mess up anything if you don't get that exactly on the line. But you want to be accurate. You want to be as close to cutting on the solid line as you can. Okay, so now I have 8 half square triangles. So all I need to do is to remove the paper. So I'm just going to crease it and pull it off. And that's all there is to that. So look at this little, oh, it's already off. So there we go. I have the half square triangle. So I'll just remove the paper from all of the rest. And this paper tears real easily. I've never was much of a fan of paper piecing because I always had trouble getting the paper off. But this paper tears off real easily. And it doesn't leave all the little pieces behind that I was having problems with other paper piecing. So this has been working well for me. And this roll, I think you get 400, 800. This roll will make 800. Now these are the 2-inch finished half square triangles. So you can get this paper in all different sizes, so you can make different size half square triangles with paper. You just need to buy it in the size that you need. So I'm going to press, and then we'll measure and see how accurate this is. Okay, so I'm going to take my ruler. Here's this corner. Two and a half. This is exactly 2.5 inches. So this is really pretty accurate. So let's see here. So there you go. You can see this is right at 2.5. So I don't need to do any trimming down. It's just perfect, other than trimming off my dog ears. So this is a good method to make half square triangles. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video on making half square triangles with foundation paper. There are a lot of advantages to doing your half square triangles this way. If you are needing a whole bunch with the same 2 colors on them, you can make them all at one time. Just cut off as many squares as you need to make them. They're accurate, so you don't have to make them larger and then trim down, which is going to save your time. You do have to take the paper off, which will take a little bit of time, but I don't think it'll take any more time than it would be trimming down your half square triangles to the size that you want. So, you know, it's either or. There is more cost though, because you do have to buy these. I think this roll was $10 or $11, but you get 800 half square triangle papers out of it. So that's quite a bit. So I think the cost is minimal if this is something that you want to try, especially if you've been having trouble getting your half square triangles accurate. This may be something that will help you. So I'll be using these in the future on different projects. Sometimes I'll use it and sometimes I'll do my regular method. But I think just thought this might be something you'd like to see. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video comes up, and share this video with your quilting friends. So in the meantime, I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links, and to keep up with my latest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.